I've shot the 1301 Beretta a couple times, but I didn't really get a lot of rounds through because I had buckshot and I didn't want to go through all my buckshot. So I got some birdshot today just to practice with it. Active self-protection ran by John Correa, who's actually out here in Arizona too. He shows a clip from Phoenix Police, and they went to go use their 1301, and it was a little confusing, and it didn't go into action just because they didn't train with it enough, really, honestly. And I don't want to say it's a complicated gun, but I don't think there's really any other better way to put it. It is kind of complicated. So what I want to come out here today is do some practicing so that I don't run into the same issue if I ever have to do a defensive thing in my house. So the way this gun basically works is just like any shotgun. And I'm going to do this raw. I didn't practice or anything. Yeah, see? This rail. Put this back. Now the rail should drop. Maybe I gotta drop one in there. Okay. Okay, now the rail's down. So the rail to load it wasn't going down unless I chambered one. So we'll put 3. Okay, so now there's 1 chambered, 3 in the tube. It's on fire. So we're going to take a couple of shots like this. You see it sets back like that. Drop one in there. Load it. Now, the problem arises when you want to do a battle ready. So that was 3. So I got it open. So what if I want to do battle ready, right? Okay, let's see if we can figure this out. I'm going to drop that. Okay, I can load it. Alright, so I'm going to put 4 shells in the magazine, in the tube. Now, what I believe you have to do is, so there's nothing in there, there's no shell in there, it's not chambered, and pull the trigger. Okay, so when I pull that trigger, it actually sent a shell into the breech down here, right? So now it should be loaded. Alright, so that was fine. So let's send it forward. Let's load it again, but let's not hit the trigger. And I believe this is what Phoenix PD did. I think I'm just going to make this its own video. So I think Phoenix PD had it loaded like this. Nothing in the chamber, so it's ready to go. Okay, so I just did it there. I pulled the trigger. It drops it in there. See that? In my brain, I'm thinking it's chambered. It's not. And I think that's what Phoenix PD did. So let's go ahead and just get those out of there. Right. So push it forward. Now I'm not gonna hit the trigger. I gotta tell myself, don't hit the trigger this time. Man, I'm going through these shells pretty quick. Should have brought 2 boxes. So we'll only put 3 in there. Yeah, well. I'm not going to hit the trigger, so there's nothing in the breech, or there's nothing in the bolt right there, right? So I think what they did is they had the rifle on this stake, and when the Phoenix officers came up, they drew, and when the guy came at him, I believe the guy had a knife, he went to go fire on the guy, nothing happened. Then he went to go fire again. Now he gets confused. Now his brain's all messed up, like what's going on? So you got to train. If that doesn't happen, charge, fire. So I got to shoot this enough to get my brain to understand that too. So let's do that again. I'm just going to keep doing that, and I'm going to do a quick load. Oh, see, that went right in the breech. Get it forward. So you really got to train with this particular rifle a lot, because its action is it's different than a lot of other guns. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, we'll use that in a second. I'm going to reproduce what the Phoenix Police probably did. I'm going to correct it, and then I'm going to load with that one extra round in there, right? So I got a guy, he's running at me with a knife. Oh no, stop firing, charge. Guy's down. Oh no, he's getting back up. Drop my shell in there. Neutralized, right? So you gotta just train with this particular shotgun. It's a great shotgun. I got 2 shells left. It's a great shotgun. You just gotta get used to it. So that's that. That's the Beretta 1301. And out of all the guns you probably got to train with to really get it, this one's so different that if you have one, get out there, get a bunch of rounds through it, get used to the way it's loading, and you shouldn't have a problem. If you're a police department, get your guys to really train on this gun. It's different than any other shotgun, these auto loaders. So there you go.